it's a headphone amp basically, and you
A
want
headphone amp?
Yeah, so you plug in your headphones into it, and you run this into any piece of, your iPhone or your iPod. You could put it through your computer. You could probably run a keyboard through it.
Okay, but why would one need to have this? I mean, doesn't this suffice?
It does, but what's in here, and nobody knows exactly except for the technicians know exactly how this is done, but instead of using a tube amp that has these things sticking out of it, which is what most people would do to listen to something with incredible sound, this is a solid piece of equipment, so it's square. It doesn't have anything sticking out. You can stack it nearby all your other equipment and just listen through that. So you're gaming, say, on your television, crystal clear sound.
Really?
No interruption from anything else outside.
Even if I already have like a top-of-the-line like stereo system, sound card, etc., why would I need this?
Because you can do this instead of buying all these other expensive components. You can buy this and attach it to anything.
And it just amplifies the sound coming through.
Absolutely.
But isn't that just like turning up the volume?
Well, you could. I guess you could argue like Spinal Tap. Let's turn it up to 11.
Right.
This does that. It turns it up to 11 without killing your ears.
Okay, and they've set it at a pretty affordable price in terms of like headphone amplifiers.
Actually, I did check around. It is less than a lot of the tube amplifiers. So
Okay. And they reached out, asked if you could review it, because I don't have amazing ears.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell the difference between the sound quality coming out of, we're just going to use the iPad here, and then pumping it through this amplifier.
Mhm.
I'm not an audiophile, or at least I don't consider myself one.
No.
I can't hear the difference between, let's say, CD quality audio and let's say something that wasn't as clipped, or like the song if it was played on vinyl.
Do you remember listening to vinyl?
Yeah, but I mean, to me, I'm fine with a lower bitrate MP3. Like a 128 MP3 sounds just about the same as a 256 to me. I don't necessarily have that range in terms of my hearing.
Right. And I think that's because you're a native in that. And I actually grew up with vinyl because I had a classical music teacher, and I took classical music lessons until I was in college. And you're just
So you're
listening to
trained.
the raw thing.
Right.
Yeah. So my ears are trained.
Okay.
It's like growing up with vegetables.
So is this pretty standard in terms of, you said that it's pretty good size, at least construction, solid state.
Yeah. You do have to warm it up for 30 minutes beforehand.
Okay. Why is that?
That's what the instructions say. It does change the sound a little bit. It does seem to warm up a little bit, because I did listen to it when it was like warmed up only 5 minutes, and listen to it about 30 minutes or so in.
Okay, I'm going to, let's see here, what app should I pull open? I'll pull open Pandora. And I've got, this is a noise canceling headset.
A little too loud?
How's the volume?
Yeah,
Where's the volume on this thing? Where did they put the volume? It's down
We're
here.
still trying to figure out how to use this.
Wow, I heard the audio there.
Yeah, I heard
That's
it
for
too,
sure.
and I'm on the outside of
Okay,
that.
let's try it again. Okay, it's more manageable. Let's turn it up just a bit.
So
Pretty rich.
What you want to do with sound is listen to the same track.
Seriously, the noise canceller, it works really well. I couldn't even hear you talking from where you were sitting.
Okay, what you want to do is listen to the same track, the exact same part.
Okay, let's.
So pick something, and actually classical music would be a really great one because it's got the high register and the low.
Well, that's it. Well, it was pretty soft. I wouldn't say classical, but Latin. I mean, it's pretty rich.
Jazz.
Okay, so let's go ahead. This is the in here, or I guess the out, and we got the right connector here. So we've got that connected to the headphones, and on this side we've got, and of course, I'm going from RCA to mini jack. I don't know if we're losing any audio quality in doing that necessarily, but most audiophiles they'd probably go fiber if they could. Although this has got just the RCA.
We would do direct
options.
input into the back of our cerebellum.
Yeah.
Matrix all the way.
I am jacked in now. Let's see if I can hear the difference. Here we go.
Yeah, you gotta turn the volume up there.
I hesitate to say this because maybe I'm hearing it wrong, but it almost sounded like, well, not less bassy, but like everything had been separated or clarified.
And that's what I was trying to explain earlier, is it sounds like
Really?
a concert hall.
Okay.
Doesn't it sound like
Yeah,
that?
no joke, no joke.
It sounds like live music.
Yeah, like everything's clearly separated, like almost like well, the difference between wearing glasses that haven't been cleaned, you can still see, but taking a cloth or some kind of cleaning solution and clarifying things, it just makes everything a bit more crisp and separated.
Exactly.
Wow.
So imagine listening to that, and listening to that when you don't want to disturb other people. So there's other people in your home, or you want to do some gaming at night, other people are sleeping, and you can listen to that great sound.
Wow. I didn't think I'd hear the difference, but actually I do. This is what audiophiles buy.
Exactly.
I've only been used to, just having, well, connecting to the computer, just the regular old sound card and then plugging it directly into the speakers. But I never thought I would need to use some kind of amplifier to just clarify the sound.
Yep.
Does what it says it's supposed to do.
That's why I really liked it, because not for much more money, you could take what you already have and make that sound better without buying all the other components.
So it's good in just any audio scenario. We used it here, connected to an iPad. I doubt anybody would use it for that on a regular basis. I mean, chances are they're building a home stereo setup, some kind of home entertainment center, and this would complement everything quite nicely. At least in my estimation, when I was younger, I had a series of ear problems, like way young, like baby, like under 5, and so I can't hear as well out of this ear. I kind of have to think, like, which ear is the one? And then I kind of have to pause and like, I'll know, I'm sure that the older I get, the more pronounced the hearing loss is going to be, but I can only imagine that having this would enhance it, especially, well, in gaming. Instead of just pounding with volume to actually separate the sounds, could be a boon. Might as well get, the quality that you've already got, just make it better.
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
I guess that makes sense. So it's, again, from Burson. They sent this to review, and it's the HA160 designed by Burson. Guess that's it. My email address, chris@pirillo.com. I'm not an audiophile. Ime is, and that's why she ended up reviewing it, and this was really my first time trying it here. If you have any tips to pass along in terms of making audio sound better, feel free to drop us a line. Geeks.pirillo.com. I have a profile there, considering I started that network. She does too. You can add her as a friend now.
Please.
Hips for Hire on Twitter. I am, of course, am Chris Pirillo on Twitter, or Facebook.com/Chris Pirillo. She's also Your Little China Girl on YouTube. And of course, I'm Locker Gnome on YouTube. We have all these handles.
Yep.
Is there a device that helps separate handles?
If there is, then I'll let you know.
Thank you. Then, of course, we've got a chat room. In fact, I have to tune into the chat room. It's a part of a live video feed that's going out over the web, I'm going to pull it in here on the iPad, as you can too. If you have an iPad or an iPhone or an iPod Touch, we're just going to use Ime's wireless connection here, potentially. Yeah, look at that. This is what's going on in my home office right now. Got the iPad box right there.
Is Wicket there?
We'll hear him if he is. He'll start barking. Sometimes I hear my dog barking. You can too. This on the iPad is pocket.pirillo.com, but if you would like to join us in just about any old web browser, head over right now to...
Where are we heading to? Live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.